Now, let me ask you a question, right? When you're out of school, right, what's one of the things that you enjoy to do? Like, what is something that when the teacher said you would do this, you're like, this is fine. I will absolutely work for this. Now, for me, you might be, wherever you want. Like you saw, just do this and third if you want, and you get extra credit. And maybe you pass the test, right? So you don't need to worry about extra credit. Maybe it's just, um, something of your choice, where they give you a handful of assignments and you have to complete one of them. Now, with me, is any most assignments where you give me a lot of creative freedom, right? Say, for instance, designing something I can't design, but designing something. Or, more pointedly for today's video, writing. See, I'm not much of a writer myself, right? I think I come up with good ideas, but I'm not very much good at writing human dialogue. Um, well, I thought I wasn't until uh, yesterday, but that's something I like to improve on. But I think I come up with some decent stories, right? I probably will record a video about that. Yeah, I come up with some decent story. But the thing is, I'm not exactly what you would call um, a writer, but I do like writing and making things, right? So one of my favorite assignments, and whenever they give me creative freedom to make something, and every time they do, I mean, a lot of times teachers expect me to do a lot of work, so it's not that much. But I go beyond and above. Like practically every time a teacher said work, unless it's below, or something like, um, I want you to describe something within this amount of words. Most of the time, I always go above it just by accident. Um, but like they would try to say limits, or like, hey, you should get at least this much word. And I always go beyond. Like, um, yesterday, right? My teacher assigned me today. Yes, not today. Yesterday and the day before, my teacher assigned us narrative writing. He gave us two prompts, two different days, so it was different prompts. But he gave us two prompts, and he wanted us to write about it. Right? He wanted us to tell a story that is like a prequel to or whatever, a prequel, sequel, side story, or something that's related to the story, right? So let me ask you a question: how many words do you think he expected? It was like you need 200 words if you want to add. It was like you need 1,000 characters if you want to A, right? It was like if y'all want to stop after that point, it's perfectly fine. So, how many words do y'all think I wrote? 400. Now keep in mind, um, I did. I was going back and forth editing a little bit. I have terrible grammar. That's the one thing that you will always notice. Part of the reason why is just like when I respond to y'all, if you ever wonder, hey, is someone responding for him or is it him? Just so that punctuation. 9 times out of 10, I don't include punctuation, but that's just how I test too. But um, I don't have the best grammar, so I did have to spend time going back and checking. But what I did do was I wrote a good story, make a good amount of suspense and whatnot. I will do a little plot twist. Like I was saying to make it look like she got rejected. The problem was the boy could have confessed to a girl. But I was setting up to make it look like he got rejected. But then I cross up and shot, making so that he wasn't rejected. Um, and then I did a cool thing where instead of having like, oh, and then this person said, that person said, the first time I introduced them, um, I changed the font so that each character have their own font. That way you know who's talking. Um, I like those. Like I like doing that. I can do it longer if I wanted to, but the thing is, a lot of times outside of like it's for a grade, so normally I don't go longer. But also, it's like I got other things I want to do, and I would like to get eventually. Like I would like to learn like how to write characters, cause I think I can come up with like some good story ideas and whatnot. But I don't know about storytelling. Um, that's just one. The other one was a spin-off. Like he went into a. It was a story that we actually read a while ago, and it was um, called "The Story of an Hour." Essentially, a woman husband dies. She gets decided for it, and then he come back revealing that he wasn't dead, and it was like, oh, she died, a heart attack that killed, but it's because she was better than dead, and he wasn't. But basically they thought that she was happy that he came back. No. Um, now I heard. I mean, I'm not gonna put a top back on, but this top fell flat down, so that's cool. Anyways, um, I heard some other people's stories and whatnot, but I decided to go off with a sequel. Right, the sequel is easy. I wouldn't say obvious, but I decided to go with a sequel with the theme of the husband reaction to it. I think it did pretty well. Like it was essentially a therapy session, and it included some nice details. Like I ended it off with if you read the story and if you could pick up on details, you would know that, oh, they're back in his wife's room. But if only you pick up on the details, it's pretty obvious. But well, I was thinking about just not saying it, but I hadn't say, very good about hair, but I like including stuff like that. And I had a theme that I could continue on with being, you know, regret and realization. Because I mentioned the four stages of grief. I haven't felt, even though I know every one of them. Um, I'm just not good at knowing how to spell each one of them or knowing the position. I know some of the positions, but now it's out of my head most of the time. But um, also, I wasn't sure realization, like reflection was part of it. But it was the same to me. Um, but that's kind of one. And also when you I feel made a point where he's talking about how America's treat men like going to therapy and whatnot. Because I include that because I want to make a therapy session, but I'm like, wait, this is older, and even though it's a lot more accepted now, back then it was kind of looked down on if you were into therapy. Like a lot of adults, but no. Sure, I might hate my life and I want everyone to die around me, and I am constantly angry, but nah, I don't need therapy. That is for them softy young boys. That's for the women. Because people are meant to be scared of talking about their feelings. But I was even like, oh, I could have addressed it if I wanted to. I did really like it. Once again, it was supposed to be like 200 words. Lucky my Wi-Fi did call, and that's the main reason why I didn't get hired. The school Wi-Fi, not my own, the school Wi-Fi. Um, but I got like 375 words when it was supposed to be like 200. So I ain't that fast at type too. Like I cannot type in sync with my brain like as I think. But if I did, and I actually spell it properly, easy 500 words without any space bar, without any exclamation points. But that's the only example of like me really honing in on creative stuff. Like there have been times where even for classes, no, it was still writing, but essentially it was last year, in the year, right? Well, I passed, even if I didn't do it. But the teacher gave us an assignment where essentially you had to make your own island and whatnot. And let me tell you, one of the also things I struggle with is names. I don't know why. Names are so hard for me to get in. But like, let me tell you, I was doing amazing with the country. I had the flag now. I can't do art, but like, I had good flags. I had, essentially, I made a story out of it. I don't think that was necessary, but like, I essentially made a story out of it. No, it wasn't necessary, but like, I made a pretty good story. And I was thinking about like, oh, what's this, that, and third. And I think like one thing I really like about when I do these assignments and why I plan to apply creative writing when I go to Southern for dual enrollment is because I really like how fun they are, and then also give me an idea like, oh, like how can I do this and that to make it a long running story? Like I don't really know how to continue the pace of the ball at the moment. Like there's three things I like to give you, right? Let's call it the pitch, right? First, I want to do good at figuring out where I'm going, right? So before I throw the ball, I like to get better off like, okay, where the story gonna go? Secondly, I would like to improve the writing, just in general, but in particular my character writing and literature works. And lastly, I would like to even figure out where to, but like figure out where to end. Because sometimes I think, sorry, that looked terrible. So sometimes I think that uh, I might go over detail because I don't really know what to end or when to stop detailing. I try to stop when I think there's too much, but I can't really do it very well because I don't know when it's too much or when to stop. That's one of the reasons I don't make music, even though I would like to, because I don't know when to stop the lyrics. Not necessarily the same case with like drawing, why not? But when it comes to like writing, it is hard for me. Like, okay, this is where to stop. For the most part, when it comes to at least creative writing. So I think by taking that class, I will improve on that. Even though I know that like it's not necessary for having a good ability or a good ability to write. I usually like it, and then hopefully I'll be able to just push, throw a good ball, and maybe I might even write a couple of books or two. Like I don't really know. I would like to implement this somewhat into what I do because I like being creative. So I would like to maybe make videos where I talk about ideas of mine that I have, not inventions, but just like stories ideas and like characters and whatnot. Or maybe make a series on videos where it's just that, where it's like an animated version of storytelling. But you never know. But the moral of today's story is just don't give me creative freedom because if you give me creative freedom, I will love it and I will go all the way with it to an unnecessary degree. Especially because like I am not necessarily a perfectionist, but like I try to make things as good as I think they can be for the most part. I have kind of kept that habit. Not really, it always come back. But like I try to get as precise as I can so you give me like a creative thing that I have to pull from scratch or like even a little bit of a prompt. I'm just like swoosh, and he throws it. It's going fast. It's going fast. It's going very narrow. As a matter of fact, it's going too small. It's hard to keep track of because of how much there is. And he missed the landing by a couple degrees because he never knows when to quit. Matter of fact, he pierced the board. Um, Type deal. But I don't know. The point is, never give me freedom. Because if you're a teacher, you will have to grade an essay that you were thinking was gonna be at least 200 words or 100 words. Even growing up before then, I was really good with like writing stories. Not just stories, but like um, back in Virginia, I used to live there. We had this series or thing that we do in class where you would take like 30 minutes to write a story. And let me tell you, I wish I had that book still. But I had like a continuing story with characters I will pull from, my own characters. I think even characters from like other stuff. Like I want to say at one point I pulled Superman and Ninja Turtles, or Batman too. And quite frankly, um, I don't know why I was saying this on a video. But screw you, DC, for stealing my idea. Like I was younger, and I was like, wait a second. The multiverse is like all the different stories within that verse, right? So what about the omniverse, where it's like the world of those worlds, but it's like us look into it. So like there are multiple different worlds that come together, and then the omniverse is like the space in between when you look into it. So kind of like DC Omniverse, where just them looking into it. I guess kind of similar, but I would like to say screw you for stealing my hair, or at least stealing the word. I can't remember that word. You should be paying me for it. I know someone in DC heard that and was like, yo, let me steal this. They were probably brought like wherever that book went, they brought it and they was flipping through the pages and they saw Omniverse and like, oh crap, what are we using death now? Because this idea is banging. But yeah, because I forgot to give today's shoutouts at the beginning of the video, let's give today's shoutouts to well, let's go with Dobbs Gaming because last time I gave a shout out to Dobbs. And let's go with Nintendo. I mainly watch his shorts, but his shorts are very entertaining. He's also the original 151, in case you are wondering. They're the same person, just different channels. So I highly recommend you go watch them. They all make gaming stuff. I think the original Nintendo upload more often, at least shorts. So if you like good content, especially Pokemon related, go watch their stuff. But if you like short form content, you would definitely like the Nintendo stuff. Funny guy too. But with that, I'll see y'all next time. Also, even though I didn't pronounce your name wrong, if I'm happening to be mispronouncing your names, y'all will always be the first at in the description below. Done.